What's up, everybody? It is Lamar here, your host of the Barber Block Podcast, and we are back with another episode with another great guest. Man, I just want to say thank you again for those of you who have been tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share these videos. So today we have Tootie of the AZBARBEREXPO.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Tootie with the AZBARBEREXPO. Here on the podcast, I'm honored. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for, joining us and stopping by, and we're just going to have a conversation, just, give you a chance to share your story, and, we're talking to real barbers, real people, real talk, and, hopefully something you say will inspire, educate, and we just share with everybody that watches, okay? So let's just get into it. Let's I always start with the name. So Tootie. So is that your government name? What's the deal? What's the deal behind the name?
Nah, not my government name, but that's my That's short for my government name.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to put it out there. I might be wanted. I'm just kidding. Nah, my real name's Arturo. But in Spanish, they call Arturo's Tootie.
Yeah.
And Tootie's kind of hard to say, so everybody just started saying Tootie. And it just stuck.
Gotcha.
And that's what I used during school, everything. So it just stuck with me.
Okay, so just a shortcut.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yep. To the English version.
Right.
Not everybody can roll those R's.
Right.
Gotcha. All right, so where are you from?
I'm originally from Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
But I'm a native here now, man. I've been here since about 2001.
Yeah.
Got 3 kids. They were born and raised here.
Yeah.
Got married here. So I'm all Phoenix now.
Nice. So what brought you to Arizona? What was that?
In high school, my mom moved. You know what? There was really no reason for it. I literally walked in one day from basketball practice, carrying my shoes and everything, and she was like, "Where do you want to move? Oregon, San Diego, or Arizona?" And I was like, "What? I'm not moving anywhere." And she was like, "Yeah." And then my sister basically chose Phoenix, and
wow.
We packed everything up and we came. I really don't understand the reason why, but it all worked out.
Was there a reason why your sister picked Phoenix, or
no?
Just Phoenix.
Yeah, we've been to Oregon.
Yeah.
We didn't really like it up there. It was cold and the demographic was different.
Yeah.
Been to, obviously from Northern California. We've been to Southern California before, so I think Phoenix was just something new. My mom just wanted a new start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it takes that just a fresh start and let's just do something different. So cool. So you got here to Phoenix, you were in high school.
Yeah, I did my last 2 years of high school out here, man. Went to Maryville, shout out the Panthers. And that's where I met my wife.
Okay.
I was telling him I started young, man. I had 2 kids coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm 37, but I got a 19-year-old, an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
One's a freshman in college, and I got a 10-year-old. So at the time.
So 19, 18, and then 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
At the time, it worked out because my kids are older now, but at the time it didn't seem so. I was going through a midlife crisis at 18.
So what was that like having, talk a little bit more about that, having kids at such a young age? Because my kids, I was 27. Yeah. Our kids are actually the same age, 19 and 18, right? So our older ones. I'm 45, but what was it like having kids at such a young age? I
mean, it was fun. Nah, but it was hard, man. It was hard. Luckily we had good support systems within our parents, like to basically at least help watch them while we finished school, because we both finished school. But it was tough, man. Had to give up sports right out of high school, and had to start working to support them, and we basically just grew up quick, man. Had to start working, and but it was tough at first financially and all that, but it all worked out, man.
Yeah. So you had that support system in place to help you.
Yeah, not financially, but like help us
at least to watch the kids, or to get them through. Yeah. Cool. So what was that first job that you had that when you decided like I gotta do it?
So a lot of people don't know this about me, but I've really only had like 2 jobs my whole life.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I graduated high school May of 2004, the end of May, and 2 weeks later I started a warehouse job. The Fry's warehouse, shout out to everybody at Atlas. And I worked there for 13 years, man.
Oh, wow.
You know, I just grinded there. Toughest job ever, man. Like it's pretty physical.
Yeah.
Worked there for 13 years. Decided, you know, it was a union job, so you're never really gonna move up. You know, you get good pay, you know, but if you had 30 years there and I had 10, the only difference was you had Saturday, Sunday off, and I had Friday, Saturday. You know.
Okay.
So one day I'm just sitting there working, and I see this older guy, and I'm like, man, like that's what I have to look forward to. Like,
yeah.
So I was like, man, I talked to my wife, and she backed me, and you know, I ended up quitting.
Yeah.
Sold my house, went all in, man, and you know, opened up a shop, and then just basically started it brand new.
Yeah. So tell me about that process, because what made you decide to, like, you know, I want to get in the barber game? Where was that passion? Where did that come from? So
in high school, I used to cut, you know, the friends here and there, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Always liked it, always had a passion for it. But the funny thing is, I never once said I wanted to be a barber, but I always told my mom, one day I'm going to open up a barbershop.
Wow.
And I was starting to get my high school barber, you know, by Maryville, Lydia's barbershop, shout out Lydia's. I used to always just ask her, you know, like, how do you guys get paid, or like what's your guys, you know, the environment, just being able to be in there, hang out, listen to music, you know, talk to everybody, listen to everybody's stories. Everything about the barbershop I liked.
Yeah.
And I always said I was going to open up a barbershop, and, you know, luckily I was able to, you know.
Yeah. So what was that process like, going from quitting your job to deciding, okay, I'm going to open a shop? You said you sold your house. Your wife was supportive of you. What was that process like? How long did it take you? And, you know, what were some of the challenges that you had to go through to learn to run a business?
So, you know, to be honest, a lot of people don't know this. I kind of made it sound like it was pretty easy, but I was forced into it, man. I got into some legal trouble. And I basically had to sell my house to start. If I want, you know, I got into legal trouble, you know, and when I got, out of jail and stuff, I started working with my father-in-law, you know, and I appreciate his help, but it wasn't paying much at all. You know, and I had kids, and we had a certain lifestyle, and they were playing sports. And I told my wife, like, we're not going to be able to do this if working here.
Yeah.
So, like, let's sell the house. Let me open this barbershop. And she's like, you're what? Like, you're crazy. You're not even a barber, you know? Like, and I said, listen, I already had everything in plan, though. Like I said, I've been thinking about this forever. I had told my mom about it. I mean, I had the details in my head, from the color of the walls to the floor, how I was going to do it. I had everything in place. So, you know, I just needed my wife's blessing to be like, do it, but you better make it work, right? So I did it, man.
So you got one shot.
Yeah, I did it, and I found a spot. It was a good spot, and we opened up shop, and I literally, man, went all in. When I tell you I went all in, December 22nd of 2017, I opened up my shop, and I had, you know, to some it might be, you know, a lot, but, you know, I had $2,200 in my bank account to my name when I opened up shop.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a struggle.
You know what I'm saying?
Having
with
kids
bills still with kids, and you know, you only get 2-3 months free of rent at the shop. So like it had to work.
Yeah.
But, you know, God willing, you know, he had a plan, and it worked out.
So what was it like getting that the first barbers in your shop, because you couldn't cut hair, right?
Right.
So how did you go about doing that? Did you already have a group of guys or barbers that you knew that?
Man, I grinded it out, dude. Yeah. Like I went to the school, got their little paper, you know, with all the barbers that were graduating or had just graduated. I was messaging them all. from my phone, and really none of those guys really hit. None to be honest. And one day we were doing construction, and the smoke shop sent over a kid who was a local barber, and he was working at another shop, and shout out Denny, Denzel Cuts. And Denny, man, he was my first barber, fresh out of school, been cutting on the in the neighborhood forever. And it was funny because the day I was talking to him outside of the shop, everybody coming in and out of the smoke shop was like, "Yo, what up, Denny? What up, Denzel? What up?"
They knew him. You're like,
and
yes.
I was like, "Bro, this is the kid right here. This is the one."
Yeah.
And Denny's been with me ever since.
Yeah.
And then the very first day, Denny started, and my brother knew another guy named Swish, Swish Cuts, my boy Anthony, and he basically was like, "Man, I'm at the dealership." My brother's like, "Well, my brother needs a barber." And he's like, "I could pull up." And he's like, Swish literally walks in, daps me up. I'm like set up right there. He cuts all day. I didn't even know his name at the time. He just starts cutting. Then at the end of the day, he's like, "What do you want me to do?" I'm like, "Leave your stuff there, man." And he quit his warehouse job right then and there. And he's been with me since day one.
Wow.
So like literally, I got 13 barbers, and, other than maybe like 10 of them have been with me for years.
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them, Giovanni came later, and he's been with me for about 4.5 years already.
Wow.
So, I got some day ones. I got some,
Yeah.
I've been blessed.
Yeah. So what do you think it is that, what is the environment like, I guess, that you provide that they want to stay with you so long? So, because I hear stories of barbers hopping shop to shop, shop to shop, and and how do you get that loyalty or that partnership with the barbers?
I never made my shop about me. My entire process was, if I make my barbers, dope on IG or social media, and then my shop is going to be dope. Gotcha. So up until like 2 years ago, we won the Sun Small Business Award. That's the first time anybody ever saw me on our social media. I never posted myself. It was never about me. Yeah. If you knew I owned it, it's because you came and got cut. Right. And I happened to be there. Yeah. Outside of that, man, my barbershop, it's their barbershop, man. Each one of them have a code to the alarm. Each one of them have their own key to the shop. It's their shop, man. They can come and go as they please. I got guys cutting as early as 6 a.m, midnight to midnight. Like, they can use the shop as they please, man. It's theirs, So
are they on commission, or are they booth rent, or?
So we started off commission, first 2 years. Then after that, I switched it to booth rent. And I always try to tell people there's no right or wrong way to do it. Right. There really isn't. Yeah. It's just, what works for you and what works for your barbers. Obviously, commission, it's not the best thing for barbers money wise. It's, it favors the owner. Right. But there's a lot more stress to that too when it comes to, as the owner. Yeah. And then, you go to booth rent, and it favors the barbers. Right. But it's also less stress on the owner. Right. So,
so pick your poison, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of stress, maybe a little bit more money. Yeah. Less stress, maybe a little less money, right?
Yeah, and it's like that, that phrase, happy wife, happy life. Same goes with the barbers. If the barbers are happy, yeah. If you figured out a way to bring clients to them, yeah. And which I have, they stay happy, they stay busy, and yeah.
So what was your strategy to, when you decided to open the doors and you got your first barber, how did you drive clients to come through those doors?
Footwork. At first, it was so my plan, like I said, I had everything envisioned down to the color of the walls to everything. So my plan was this is going to sound funny, hit social media hard and hit competitions hard. And it's just so at that time though, AZBARBEREXPO did not exist. Right. But that was my plan. Hit social media hard and hit competitions hard. Okay. Because social media is just the way to go. It's free. You know, yeah, we hit the floor passing out flyers all through the neighborhoods, but then social media, I mean, the competitions was going to be a way to get other barbers and to kind of see where we're at, put ourselves out there.
Right.
You know,
as far as skill level,
level, man. I mean, and it took like years before we even placed, because I mean, we started off hot. The first show we went to was Las Vegas.
Okay.
Expo 2019. Jackie Stars.
Yes.
We went to hers, man, and we weren't even enhancing or nothing at the time, and we pulled up and everybody just started busting out their compressors, and we were like,
what the hell is going on?
What the hell is this? We had no clue. But I'm telling you what, we did not place at all.
Yeah.
The moment we landed back in Phoenix, I hopped on IG. I hit up Nicole Renee. I said, hey, I need you at the shop. I need you to put us all on.
Yeah.
We paid her for a class, and we ain't looked back since.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to tell people. Is IG and these other barbers are not competitors. Like, you know, if you think someone is dope, get on their IG, message them, pay them for their time, get educated. That's what we did.
Yeah.
You know.
So what made you the decision? I mean, you said like the phrase "happy wife, happy life." So you put a lot of investment in your barbers, is what it sounds like. So you know, you all went together as a team to a competition. How many of your barbers entered the competition? Was
the one in Vegas? We had like 4.
Yeah,
but we all rolled as a shop.
Nice.
You know, competing is not for everybody, but win or lose, man, we try to get as many as we can in a competition. Yeah. You know, we hit one in Phoenix, we hit one in Tucson, and we always have multiple people competing. Win or lose. Win or lose.
But also you come, I'm assuming you all have the same uniform look or T-shirts or something. Was that a part of it, so that your brand starts getting the recognition? And,
right.
Yeah.
You start winning. You start placing.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that kid? Oh, you know, Denzel Cuts or Swish Cuts or where they work. Oh, you know, this place. And that's kind of how the whole Expo came about.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, we went to Vegas, and we went to the Las Vegas Barber Expo, and Mayweather was there. It was big. You know, Jackie put on a great show. Jay Majors was there. And I was like, damn, this is like the major leagues, right?
Right.
And then shortly after, we came to a Phoenix one, and you know, I won't say which one it was. It was a decent one, but I mean, it wasn't you know, like Vegas.
Right.
And I was like, damn. And Arizona needs something like this.
Right.
Arizona needs something like this. And I've always been that type of person. If I walk into an establishment, a restaurant, anywhere I go to, I'm like, I look around and I'm like, man, this is dope. But if I was to do it, I would do it like this. You know, and I just make it even better. Right. So, you know, Las Vegas Barber Expo is what opened my eyes. Yeah. You know, and Jackie now is a great friend of mine. You know, we've hung out. She was at my show this past year. Yeah. You know, she stays actually right around the corner with her sister-in-law. Oh, yeah? Her daughter. Sorry, her daughter. Yeah. She's got grandkids here. Sorry, I don't know. She looks super young, though. Right. Shout out Jackie, though. Great person, man. Super humble. Helped me out a ton. Yeah. But, yeah, she's the one that, you know, got me going.
Yeah, so let's dive into that first show. The first AZ Barber Expo. When was that? What year was that?
2019.
So 2019. So within 2 years of opening your shop, you're putting on a show. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Big dreams.
You know,
big goals.
I'm a little bit of a risk taker, man. Yeah. So, and I think my wife is super more conservative. Yeah. She's like, hey, you know, calm down, you know, relax. Right. When I get an idea, I'm like, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So I did it 2019, you know, got a little like a smaller hall, quinceañera hall out in Peoria, and just started promoting it, man, and it hit, sold out. It was hot in there, like the AC couldn't keep up. It was hot. So I was like, let's run it back, and we did it again, and just started building that page on social media. And I just realized, like, man, that's Arizona needed that. Yeah. you know. And so we, after 2 years of having it in that small venue, you know, I was like, screw it, let's go to let's you know, go to the big leagues like the Las Vegas Barber Expo.
Yeah.
And let's take it to Westgate at the Renaissance, and that's what we did. And last year we got 2020. Obviously, we didn't have it because of COVID.
Right.
But so this will be our 4th year, August 13th. And
yeah. So you had 2019, skip 2020, 2021, and then last year 2022, and then you've got 2023. Yeah. And what are the dates again for that one?
August 13th.
August Sunday, 13th. And at the same location?
Renaissance Hotel at Westgate.
Nice. So tell me about that experience, like just putting on the show, like the ups and downs, the stress, all of those things. What are some of the things that you just go through trying to put a show together?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
People think it's easy. It's a lot. You know, you gotta stay in touch with these barbers. You gotta stay, you know, what do you call that? You just got to be in front of them, and it's a big investment. Mm-hmm. And barbers, why are you guys last minute? Like, barbers, they don't buy tickets until the very last second,
day,
you know,
or the day of,
and it's like we're already selling out, or vice versa. And then I'm like, man, is this gonna hit? Even though I've already done it 2-3 years, like I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
but it's just nerve wracking, man, because you invest so much money into it.
Yeah.
And you try to make it different and special every year. Mm. And to me, you know, I like to show a lot of love to different barbers and barbershops the day of the shows, because I know in this industry, man, like probably many other industries, people think you have competitors or you got people hating on you. Mm. I like to see the Barber Expo as like a all-star weekend, you know, for the NBA, but it's for barbers.
For the barbers.
So throughout the year, we're all semi-competing and cutting hair and doing our own thing. But then that day, it's like the all-star weekend. Everybody just comes together and performs, and we get to see who's who and network and see new brands and, you know. Yeah. Stuff like
so, well, on the day of the event, I'm sure it's high stress, right? Making sure everything is set up. But once you see like the fruit of your labor, tell me, how does that make you feel? Like, you know, are you in that moment? Are you in that moment, or is it like an after effect? Like once it's done, the day is done. It's an
after effect. Yeah. The day of, man, I think I changed shirts like twice. I was sweating, man. If I stunk, I apologize to everybody. It's stressful. Yeah. You know, but when that night of, like when it's done and we unpack and we get home, it's like, damn, thank God it's over. But like that was dope. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, you know, it's just fun. But you know, you're happy that it's over, and and then you got to just start thinking about new ideas for the next one right away. Yeah. So is that the day after? Is that when you start planning for the next one? I stay planning, man. Yeah, I really do. Even like I'm always thinking like that. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Always trying to stay ahead of myself. Yeah. Not anyone else, just myself. Right. Yeah. So you're creating your own lane out here in Arizona. And so what sort of things are you thinking about now? Is there anything you want to share with us for this upcoming event that, you know, we have to look forward to? Because we're definitely going to be there. Yeah. No, and you guys showed up and showed out last year with your guys' booth, man. That was crazy. So we're excited for that. No, just a new like floor plan. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we got some bigger brands coming out. We already got, you know, some vendors coming out that already got booths and stuff, but just bigger names, bigger brands, and a different layout. You know, I kind of, last year it was my mistake. I oversold categories for competing. So the barbers were up there cutting elbow to elbow, you know? Uh-huh. And it was like 28 competitors on the stage or more. So I definitely don't want to do that again. So we split up the stages, give them more elbow room, and I'm not overselling any categories. So you guys better buy your tickets in advance. Yeah. You know, because barbers come up, come on, man, they've known me, or they've been supporting the expo, and they're like, come on, man, let me get in. I cut cordless. I don't need anything. Yeah. And it's just like, all right, you don't want to do anybody dirty or leave anyone out.
Right.
But at the same time, it's not fair for everybody else.
Yeah.
Who purchased a ticket in time, and now they got to cut all cramped up. And
right.
So, yeah, man, we got some new categories too, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So with the new stage setup, is that they're on opposite sides of the?
Yeah. So you're gonna have X amount over here and X amount over here. So the crowd's gonna be moving. It's gonna make it more vendor friendly as well because the crowd's moving and guys are gonna have more elbow space to cut. Got some new categories, so it should make it exciting.
Yeah. Any big names that you're looking to get, or if you can share? I know some of that is.
Yeah, not yet, not yet. I like to post that slowly.
Okay, gotcha. It's still early. We're still about 4 months out, 5 months. Yeah,
I usually announce it 4 months out, and then I just keep dropping stuff slowly as it comes.
Yeah,
keep everybody excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, dealing with the hotel and all of that stuff, how does that work? How did you get into that relationship, or what was your connection to get in there?
Just shopping around. You kind of just shop around, look around, and just send emails and calls, and you just got to have the money for it, I guess, and have the plan, because they don't really do nothing. It's not like you get the hall and they do the floor plan for you, and
right.
They're just going to be like, all they provide is the hall and the, maybe the stage and the light and the electricity and the air, but man, they charge for you to breathe in there. Like, so they just want to know, okay, this is the date. All right, it's available. What's the layout? You got to provide everything.
Yeah.
You got to get plans and permits to do the city.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's not an easy process at all.
Yeah. So do you have a team that you work with, or are you do a lot of this on your own, or how does that work?
To be honest, Jackie was a little shocked. I do everything by myself.
Oh, wow.
I shouldn't say by myself. My wife and my kids help me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot.
It sounds like a lot for one person. Do you think you'll grow a team, or
I do.
What are your plans?
I do. I want to grow a team. I want to have, because I even tell my barbers this: you can go far by yourself. Mm-hmm. You really can, but you can go further with other people.
Right.
And I know owning 100%, of a pie it doesn't even compare to owning 25% of 16 pies.
Right.
So I'm okay with that, as long as it's something that somebody comes to me with that wants to get on or something. It's not just about the money though. They got to bring something to the table.
Right.
And see my vision and where I want to take it, and then me listen to them, and if we're on that same page, it's like, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got to find people who see your vision and not bringing their own vision and trying to change what your goal is.
Because Arizona, Phoenix is the 5th largest city in America, man.
Yeah,
we're growing.
Right.
Like, there's no reason why AZ doesn't have one of the largest expos in the country.
Yeah.
In the country, like, shout out Jay Majors. He was at the show last year, and I met him. Great guy. And he's got a massive show in Connecticut.
Yeah,
coming up.
Are you going?
If possible, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
But as much as I'm going to be there and to support him, and I think his show's great, I want that same show in the West Coast. I want that same show right here.
What do you think it's going to take to get
a team
that big? A team. Yeah.
A team. But I feel like we're doing it at such a quicker pace. 2 years. I mean, not quicker than him, but at such a fast pace, for me at least, like 2 years in a small little quinceañera venue.
Yeah.
To boom, to a big hotel. So, but I mean, Arizona's big.
Yeah.
And we're only growing, and we're right next to California and Vegas, and, which they show a lot of love, Texas. Mm-hmm. So there's no reason why we can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arizona always shows up and shows out. So there's no reason why we can't do it.
Yeah, definitely Arizona's getting put on the map.
For sure, and that's what I want to do. That I'm just here to help. I'm just here to help put Arizona, and I get DMs like, "Oh, my son won at your competition, and now he was selected to be a judge at this spot. And
oh wow!
Or or if you meet somebody and you guys start networking through my show,
yeah,
I love it, man.
Yeah, so you could be the catalyst to a lot of connections and
I don't need nothing for it. I just it feels good.
Yeah,
if you meet somebody, and that's the thing about the expos too. I want to touch on that is. If you're that guy that wants to compete and put your work out there, it takes a lot. Like you gotta have some guts.
Right.
But it's fun, But if you're not that type of person, it's still good to come and just network. Barber June was just on your podcast, and I seen him at the show, and like now he's booming. I'm not saying it's from my show, but like I see him just booming now. Like it's just maybe he was motivated somehow. I know he was interviewing people. He took, again, I'm not saying it's from my show, but he took the opportunity from being at my show to start interviewing people at the show.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Leonetti's Barber Supply. We've been in the barber supply business since 1968, helping barbers deliver their best haircuts. We're located at 1633 East McDowell Road, Phoenix, Arizona, 85006. We've got everything you need. We've got your clippers, we've got your trimmers, we've got your disinfectants, everything you need to help you deliver your best haircut. Now let's get back to this episode.
Like, he took advantage of an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's great.
Yeah.
And he's booming and I'm, I got to meet him, and I think he's a great guy, and I'm excited for his success.
So do you get starstruck by meeting any of these influencers, these big names, or what is that feeling like when you meet somebody that's doing it big in the industry?
Nah, I don't get starstruck. But it's cool when you meet them and you realize they're just like anyone else.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a story. I met Frank the Barber in Colorado. He was a judge at the Rumble in the Rockies. And I went out there to promote the show and got to talking to Frank the Barber. And, he's with Rolled Up, Babyliss. He's traveling the world, Brazil. He's everywhere. Yeah. Literally. And we stayed at the bar, man, till like 1:30, 2 in the morning. And he's telling me his story and how he got started, which is a crazy story. But just super humble guy. Super humble guy. And that's what I like. He didn't really come off as arrogant or think he was this and that because he's traveling the world. Right. Super humble guy. Yeah. And one other story that really, and again, Jackie's another one. She's Mayweather's barber. She's on the money team. Right. Like actually on the team. So she's traveling the world, and Jackie just took me in, and I can't thank her enough, and I think she's super dope and she's super humble. But here's another story. So we had Nito. Yes. He's with Gamma. Yes. I think he's from New Jersey or Connecticut. But we had him at the Expo. Huge on TikTok, man. He does that. You want to learn how to braid? Hit that follow button. Right. So meeting him was cool. But what was super cool was one day I'm at the soccer fields at the tournament, my daughter's tournament, and under the tent, we're all under the tent. It was hot. And I hear these little girls on my daughter's team, 10 years old. I can hear them from the side as I'm talking to the parents, and they're like, if you want to learn how to braid, hit that follow button. And I look over at them. I'm like, what'd you just say? And then they're like, what? If you want to learn how to braid, hit that follow. And I was like, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, it's crazy that barbers just cutting hair and braiding can have influence on kids that young, that little 10-year-old girls that have nothing to do with the industry. Right. But that's how big this industry is getting, and that's
you never know who's watching.
You don't. Yeah, you don't. And that's what gets me excited about these big names and guys. Yeah, because they're taking the industry to a whole nother level.
Yeah. So, what is it like? As far as like with your family, and how much time are you involving them in the process, and your boys are older, right? So I'm sure they got the muscles to.
Well, my son's a senior. He's older. My daughter's a freshman in college. Okay. So they help out at the show with the front door and all that, and my wife does too. But on the back end, the social media stuff, it's just me. Yeah. I just do everything. I'm always thinking of stuff. I stay busy. Yeah. I almost too busy because I don't. Sometimes it's not that I don't keep them involved, but sometimes I'm just like in my own head, and I'm just like, well, like this morning, I'm like, hey, I might need you to pick up the dogs from the groomers. Why were you going to be at? Oh, I got a podcast to be on. Oh, okay. You know, like, my bad. Like, I just get so caught up and we're trying to remember what I got going on. Yeah. That, you know.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. I'll be looking dead at my calendar and see something on there and still add something else on the calendar. And then like, oh, shoot, now I got to figure this out, work this out. But it all ends up working out. So figure it out how to manage the time and make everything fit in. And so, yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to this next upcoming show and, to be there and just to see it continue to grow. Last year was our first time actually participating as a vendor. Yeah. If I recall. Yeah. We've done a lot of shows, but but as far as the AZ Expo, so it was the first year. So we're looking forward to bringing it again.
Yeah, we're excited to have you guys, man. Yeah. And I'm like I said, I'm honored to be on the podcast, and I hope this takes off, man. And it's something different the barber industry needs. Want to hear everybody's stories and see how it goes.
Yeah, we're just trying to create our own path, just like you're doing. So what other value that we can bring to the industry? That we can just be of service to people. So that is our whole goal. It's just to create something new that give people a platform to tell their story, and because we all have similar stories, or we all can sometimes we think that we're the only ones going through something or have been through something, or we only see the end result, right, and we don't see what it took to get there. So I want to give people an opportunity to just tell their story, because it's not easy to get to where where you got. So it's just to hear the journey.
And that's why I try to tell barbers, like, it's free. Instagram is free. Yeah. Facebook is free. Unless you're paying for the check mark, then now you're paying, which is nothing wrong with that. But it's free. Yeah. Like, the people you guys got on the show are probably people that are, putting out great content, making a name for themselves, out competing, doing this, doing that. Yeah. It's not the barber that's probably just cutting behind the chair 5 days a week. You don't, because how would you even know who that producer was if he's not on social media, or not putting himself out there at the shows or the expos? Yep. Like, you got to put yourself out there. Yeah. It's not about winning and losing, just being there. Yeah. Like, again, I go back to like Barber June. Yeah. He didn't compete at our show. Yeah. But he was there, and he caught my attention because he was doing interviews.
Right. And in our conversation with him, he doesn't plan to compete as of now. So he's trying to find his own avenue, which is great in this industry. There's so many avenues that you literally can create for yourself.
Yeah. But he was there networking. Right. So you don't have to go to these shows to compete. Right. Does it help? Yes. Does it winning? And people are like, oh, well, what do you, I don't need a trophy to know that I'm good. No, but I guarantee you those trophies, these other barbers don't care about your trophies. Your clientele do.
Clients, yeah.
Put that on Google. Put that. Let your clients come in and other people come in and be like, whose trophies are those? Oh, he won. Oh, he must take his craft serious, right? Right, yeah. So it's all an investment into yourself.
Mm-hmm. An investment, it's a marketing tool.
Marketing, all that. But at the end of the day, man, it's just networking. Networking. Like this right here. Yeah. I knew about Leonetti's and your guys' supply stores, but we met at the Expo. Right. And now, look, on the podcast, and there's a lot more stuff to come in the future, too. Yeah, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So when it comes to your social media strategy, is there something, blueprint you follow, or is it just, I'm just going to hit it hard, or what is your strategy?
Show love. Like, I know it sounds corny. Just show love. Like, and I do that with the Expo, man. Like, I repost everybody who tags. If you mention me, I probably don't get it because our DMs are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But if just tag.
Yeah.
So to anybody out there probably like, well, he didn't repost me. Just tag the page, please. Don't mention, tag it. I'll repost it, and I don't care as long as it's barber related.
Yeah.
So I don't care if it's the best haircut in the world. It's your haircut. You put time and effort into that, and we're gonna share it.
Right.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Just show love.
Yeah.
It'll grow. If you move genuinely, it's gonna be a success.
Yeah.
That's all. Awesome. That's it.
That's awesome. So we've got just a few minutes left. So if you had, you've dropped some good advice thus far, but if there was something else, one last thing that you would like to say to barbers or entrepreneurs, what would that advice be?
Guys, even though it might seem like you're going through something, like again, earlier I shared, I got in some legal trouble, went to jail, this and that. And at the time, it seemed like a lot. And like I was going downhill quick, but those moments are just going to push you forward. You got to just get through it. That, and if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to be a risk taker.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be a risk taker, you're going to be told no and you're going to fail. Mm-hmm. But every little business that I've gotten into hasn't always worked.
Yeah.
I fell flat on my face multiple times.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
All you need is one.
You need one.
That's it. But to get to that one, you might hit it on your first chance, but and another thing, just move genuinely.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't step on people to get to where you want to get to. Get to where you want to get to, and then take people with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awesome. So my last question for the day.
Yeah.
Are you at the shop every day, or are you kind of you let them handle it?
In the mornings. I'm there every morning.
Yeah. So when you're not at the shop, when you're not planning, when you're not working, what is it that Tootie likes to do when it's all said and done, the end of the day or a weekend? Yeah. What is it that Tootie does? I'm
a soccer dad.
Yeah.
Like, you can catch me in Scottsdale, at all the soccer tournaments. You'll see me there. That's what I do. I'm traveling always in and out of state with my daughter's soccer.
Yeah.
And my oldest played soccer too, so now my youngest does, and that's just what I do. I'm with the family.
Yeah. At
the soccer fields, and that's
so kind of family man.
That's all I do.
You're not in the club and.
Oh no, man! I'm yawning by 9:30. I'm 37, man. I'm old. I'm actually
no bottle service.
No. I'm at home, man. I'm actually trying to. I've been stuck on that show Power, and it's hard for me to stay up past 10 watching it. I'm like, oh my god, it's so good, but
yeah. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I'm asleep, man. I don't stay up late.
Yeah. Well, man, I certainly appreciate you coming through and sharing some time, spending some time with us, dropping some knowledge, sharing your story, inspiring our people that are watching, and really educational. This episode has been educational on, just keep pushing forward and doing the things that it takes to get you to where you need to be. So we certainly appreciate you stopping by, and we look forward to the AZ Barber Expo.
Again, thank you guys for having me. Yeah. Everybody watching, make sure you guys subscribe to their channel, and I'll see everybody August 13th at the AZ Barber Expo.
Yes, sir. And with that said, we want to thank you all for chiming in, watching this episode. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.